Hello, YouTube family, community, people passing by. What's going on? It is your boy, Dash and Hayes. And if you're thinking, is that his real name? Welcome to This Pod Needs a Name, or This Pod Needs a Channel, whichever one I'm saying. This pod. This is the pod. Yeah, yo. This is a movie review, TV review, anime, cartoon, whatever you want to call it, review, podcast / channel / wherever you found this joint at. You know what I'm saying? I just started off doing a podcast on Spotify, and now I'm like, I know how to edit a little bit. It's not going to be edited like brain rot. I'm an adult. You know what I'm saying? And I don't have time to do that. I got 2 jobs. So this little channel right here is a hobby for now. The podcast is still a hobby, but I don't know what exactly I want to do on this, John. Like, I wrote a little list of people I want to reach out to. I got other family members and friends and acquaintances that do other creative things. So I want to have people on here too to possibly talk about other media related stuff. Like, I don't know, what's your favorite fucking show? That's a good question, right? That's a great starter question. What's your favorite show? When did you realize you were a piece of shit? When did you realize you wanted to do whatever it is that you're doing and stuff like that? So I don't know. This is just for me to express whatever creative side or whatever itch I want to scratch next week. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we're going to be doing on this channel. Talking to people, talking about movies and stuff. Hopefully getting a little introspective, have a little laugh, learn something about yourself. Maybe look at the world different. I like getting people's point of views as long as you're not you know what I'm saying? So I like talking to other people and seeing what they saw. And this is just for me to share my point of view on the things that I saw. Like how I was saying in this episode with Dr. Glenn in Daredevil. She's a horrible character, bro. I don't know what it is about Shorty, bro, but she rubbed me well, I know exactly what it is. And you're going to hear about it in the next couple minutes. But yeah, she rubbed me the wrong way, and I don't like Shorty. And I wonder how many other people would like look at the things that she's doing and like the little things and be like, oh no, this is a way bigger issue. So that's what this channel is going to be about. If you like the sound of that, stick around. Give me a sub. Give me a like the video, leave a comment. And that's that. Oh, I didn't even say everything I hated about Dr. Glenn. There was another line there. You know what else I don't like about this motherfucker, Dr. Glenn, bro? I'm trying not to call her. She not a bitch, bro. She not a bitch. She been through a lot, man. I feel you, Shorty. But there's no reason. Now, let me know this, right? I'm reaching out to some esteemed motherfuckers, dog. I'm reaching out to therapists and psychiatrists. I'm reaching out to the crew of Artemis 2 to let me know, like I'm saying, what did you see? Did you take any personal pictures? Were you allowed to take your phone? Who else am I reaching out to? Somebody else. I asked somebody to ask me something in the comments. But yeah, yo, therapists and the psychiatrists and all of the ists and isms and people who write things professionally and got to sign their name at the bottom of it to make it legit, right? Let me know this. Are we filling out any like federal documents in pencil? Bro, when Main Man called her and he was like, yeah, bro, maybe you could fudge the fucking information on there. Maybe you could actually make him seem to be crazy, even though like it shows in your data that he's a chill guy and he probably didn't do it. Yeah, when he called, it was like, yeah, you'll change all this information. She just pulled out a pencil and he just erased the joint. Like, bro, am I tripping, bro? Am I tripping? Or is like we're going to court. This is a federal case. How are you writing down shit in pencil? Like, that's so easy. I could just come behind you. Anybody in the world could come behind you. Even on like a correction or something. Ain't you supposed to like cross that shit out, circle it, put your initials next to that, John? Like, and she wrote it in pencil. That shit pissed me off, bro. I wanted to call my brother, but I'm like, what better to do than, as a matter of fact.
A few moments later.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and johns, we got the guy, bro. This is the guy I was telling y'all about. I was like, no. So can you tell me, like, what exactly is your position or title called? As I just be saying therapist.
I mean, overall, I would say I'm a therapist / counselor. I do a couple of different things though. I work as a mobile therapist, and I'm also a licensed behavioral specialist.
Okay. All
I'm
right.
working. Yes.
No, all right. No, that's good. If you want to say something else, you can go ahead if you want to.
No.
That was it.
That's it.
All right. All right. Yeah. So I'm asking this, right? Because I'm watching this show called Daredevil. And I told you about this, John. I'll be trying to put you on the shit I'm watching. And we got this therapist on there. Her name is Dr. Glenn, right? And she did this patient eval of this vigilante named Jacques Duquesne, aka the Swordsman. And long story short, it didn't look like nothing was like he just looked like a regular guy, but still kind of crazy because he's putting on a suit and going out and fighting crime and shit. Like, how normal can you be? But she did the eval, and the lawyer called and was like, yeah, so I'm going over this information, and I think we're going to have a way better time putting this guy away if people think he's crazy. And she was like, all right, cool, I can fix that for you. And she pulled out a pencil and just started changing answers on the eval. And I'm like, I feel like that's unprofessional. Like, yeah, shouldn't you be like marking things down in pen just in case you got it? That's like if a doctor writes his prescription in pencil. Like, I could just change it as soon as I leave the office. And I just wanted to get some insight on that because that shit pissed me off, son. Everything else, like the fake slaps and shit, or like the nigga swimming in the ocean with a suit on and boots and shit. Like, all right, I said the ocean, it's the lake or whatever, a bay. But like, I can suspend my disbelief for that. But nah, bro, you writing a patient evaluation in pencil and you're a psychiatrist. I'm like, nah, bro, that shit pissed me off. That's what I was saying earlier.
It's specifically that part. So I mean, the thing is, like, as a therapist, you have to write or I guess take notes in whatever medium is comfortable to you. Like, some people don't take notes at all. Some people type. Some people write. It also depends on your client. Like, some clients might get annoyed with you taking notes or whatever the case may be. Like, it don't sound like this guy paid attention to it. So I mean, you as a watcher, I can hear that annoys you.
Yeah.
But it really it kind of just happens. Like, I'm surprised she was writing. That's the thing. Like,
but either way, it's like I can, if I type it and I print it, whatever changes to that after that is going to be noticeable. Same thing if I just write it in pen, or even if I don't write it. Like, once it's there, it's there, and the change could be.
It can be changed whenever, though. Honestly, like a diagnosis and eval. I mean, not necessarily whenever, but
when you have to.
Before,
my fault.
I'm listening.
Wouldn't you have to do another evaluation? Like, if I go, like, you can't. She was in a crib. The thing was done, and Bull called her and was like, yeah, basically was like, yo, change the answer on there. And she pulled out a pencil and just erased it and was like, the question was like, argues with authority 1 through 5, 5 being highly whatever the fuck. And she just changed it from a 1 to a 5 and was like, all right, now this on paper, this nigga crazy now. Like, wouldn't you have to do another evaluation like some time later? I know I'm thinking too much.
Well, it sounds like they already got some unethical things going on anyway.
That's the point. Yeah, that's exactly.
It sounds like they got some unethical stuff going on as far as her calling. Like, when we talk, I mean, that's his lawyer and all that, so we are talking HIPAA. It depends. He's a criminal lawyer, I'm assuming, right?
A criminal lawyer for a criminal, technically, because he's like working for Wilson Fisk Kingpin. So yeah, he's definitely not a good guy.
Playing that type of game, they can. I feel like the people that'll be on that side would definitely play that type of game.
Yeah,
that's real world stuff. It's not ethical, but it does happen.
That's the part that's why I'm like, I could suspend my disbelief, or even for that, I'm like, this is like real life, quote unquote, satire or whatever. So I can understand that these things happen. I can't do nothing about that, but it is one of those things where I'm like, all right, that's it's like I was saying earlier. It's like having a courtroom scene in a McDonald's. It's like, bro, you can easily fix this. Just go to a courtroom. Just have her use pen, and that'll add another layer of like difficulty, or like, I guess, writing or whatever, where she has to figure out how she can fudge this information other than just erasing it.
Well, no. So now I haven't seen this, but is the eval you're talking about, like, is it a questionnaire that was done by the client and she changed it, or did she do the eval and then she went back and changed her own answer?
She did the eval. So yeah, it was unethical. I'm not even arguing about the unethical part because he's working for the Kingpin. So like, I'm not even worried about that. I'm just worried about like if I had a therapist. Like, imagine if that shit happened to a real life person, bro.
The thing is, it happens. Like, some therapists will overly diagnose you, they'll underdiagnose you. Like, some therapists aren't accurate. Like, these types of things do happen. Diagnoses get changed. It's called a provisional diagnosis, a provisional like eval. Like, those
Right.
things can change. You feel me? But the ethical part comes into play where they're doing this to influence an outcome. You feel me?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
that's the part. Like, say if she's working with this guy and she sees a diagnosis and she diagnoses him the first day,
Mm-hmm.
but then she works with him, continue, like, over time, she starts to see more. She can change the diagnosis. She can add more to it, take something off, whatever. Like,
Yeah.
it's provisional. So she does have the right to do that.
That makes sense. The part that got me in the tizzy from the jump was the pencil thing, because I'm like, at what point do you can somebody just go back and change that? Or like, at what, like you said, like, and that's what I was getting at earlier, where I'm like, you would have to have more information to make a change on that. You don't just erase it. And like, that's what I'm like, it should have been done in pen, bro.
No, I don't know. I haven't seen it. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I could be over here gassing that shit.
No, not even that. But like, it's TV. It's TV. So
yeah, and that's,
I don't know, like,
that's the thing too. That's why I'm like, out of all things, like you said, it's TV. So like, we can make this little change. If I feel like a smart enough watcher could put that into effect, or just a person that's been to therapy before, you're going to need new information to make a change. That's why that pencil thing messed me up so bad. And that's why I immediately went to like, I'm like, yo, that's like if a doctor writes my prescription in pencil, like I could immediately change that as soon as I go outside. Like, that is not professional. Like, I've never seen nothing like that. Even mom, bro, when mom used to have to, when she said she had to make changes, or like when we had to make changes on our little papers and shit, she would exit out, circle it, and write her initials next to it. So I'm like, I've never.
So I run into so many billing corrections because some agencies only accept black ink.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
it's just stuff like that. You know, but I mean, as far as my notes go, I type everything.
Right, yeah, I get that.
But as far as my billing time sheets go,
you wouldn't write your billing in pencil.
No, they won't accept that.
Right, exactly.
They won't accept that.
And I won't get paid. Right. All right, that was pretty much the question I had, because I know the question was way bigger than just the pencil itself, but I just don't have the education to give that an answer for the people of this pod. So, yeah, no, that's it. We got some insight, dog.
The interesting part, and is that, like, unless you do that type of work, you probably wouldn't know that. So I can understand how that can raise all types of I guess emotion in any viewer.
Yeah.
Because unless you're in the mental health field, that does look extremely shady. Like, crazy.
Real shit. So I was like,
hey, they can do that, bro. Like,
bro, I was watching that show. I was like, hey, yo, it's always the little shit that like just piss me off. Like, I could get over big shit, but the little shit, I'm like, no, this don't make no sense.